King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
Period. No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. So there it goes.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I had some in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all want to go to the bando in my neighborhood? Do y'all want to go to the bando?
T.I. has finally spoken, and the silence breaking was louder than any diss track. The rap icon didn't just weigh in, he cracked open a family storm that left fans gasping. Suddenly, King Harris's private world was shoved into the spotlight, with whispers of secrets, betrayals, and chaos too wild to script. What did T.I. reveal, and why has it set the internet on fire? Stick around.
Okay, so some of y'all need to hold off on the baby showers, the photo shoots, and all of that until after we get the DNA test, because you're causing your friends and family a level of stress that we are not prepared for, okay?
It all started with King Harris standing tall in his self-declared grown man era. He was strutting around Instagram with the chest puffed out and the caption game strong, matching outfits with the baby showers looking like music video sets, and long captions about legacy, loyalty, and manhood. The narrative was simple. King had just unlocked fatherhood, the ultimate rite of passage, and he was ready to flex it as the next chapter of his life. Fans ate it up. For a moment, it looked like the Harris dynasty had its torchbearer, a new generation ready to carry the family name into cultural dominance. But behind the curtain, there was tension. T.I., the patriarch, wasn't convinced. This wasn't some proud dad moment to him. This was an empire on the line. The whispers in Atlanta were already messy enough. Questions about Nana's past, about her intentions, about King's immaturity, and now there was a child being dangled as evidence of Harris family continuation. T.I. reportedly didn't trust a single detail. So like a chess player 3 moves ahead, he allegedly orchestrated a DNA test in secret. He didn't ask permission, didn't warn King, didn't soften the blow. He just waited for the results.
And I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for Family Hustle. Right. That does come with some, it's some adversity.
And when those results came back, negative. The baby wasn't King's. The glossy Instagram narrative cracked like a busted iPhone screen dropped on concrete. Insiders say the confrontation wasn't gentle. T.I. laid out the paperwork like evidence in a trial, no sugarcoating, no pause for tears. Cold, hard, undeniable receipts. King's performance of fatherhood collapsed in one brutal moment. What was supposed to be legacy instantly became farce. The Harris household didn't just shake, it imploded. And the world outside, they weren't just watching, they were laughing, screenshotting, and dragging every clip of King declaring he stood on business like a comedy rerun.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. This is for... I'm for entertainment purposes only. Attention seeking. That's what I do. Don't take shit serious.
To really understand how King got tangled in this web, you have to rewind to the beginning. The romance with Big Nana. From day one, eyebrows shot up. Older, sharper, with a reputation that already had question marks, Nana was never seen as a cute young girlfriend. She was red flag central. Fans on Twitter and blogs were already whispering, was this relationship about love or about leverage? But King, fueled by that trademark teenage rebellion, didn't care. To him, Nana was a declaration of independence. She was his ticket out of his father's looming shadow, a way to prove he could make adult decisions on his own. And when she popped up pregnant, King doubled down harder than ever. This wasn't just love, it was legacy. He shut out the warnings from his parents, ignored the doubts from fans, and went all in. Reports say he even distanced himself from family events, skipping holidays and refusing to let them play a role in the baby shower. Every gesture screamed, "I don't need T.I., I don't need Tiny, I don't need anyone." King wasn't building bridges, he was burning them. And the baby became the center of his rebellion, his proof that he was more than just the son of a legend.
T.I. is really upset right now with his son King because, they spent a lot of money, had a whole photo shoot with Big Nana, who is his supposed baby mother. Come to find out, she didn't know who her baby daddy was, I guess, and it is not King. They did a DNA test, and the DNA test came back that that's not his child. So obviously T.I. is very upset.
But rebellion has a cost. By siding with Nana against his family, King found himself isolated, dependent, and blind to the cracks in his foundation. The moment the DNA results hit, everything he had built collapsed. It wasn't legacy, it was illusion. The grown man identity he was parading online was exposed as immaturity in real time. And the tragedy wasn't just the scandal itself, it was that King had bet his entire independence, his entire image, on a situation that was rigged from the start. Instead of proving he didn't need his father, he ended up proving his father right. So what do you think? Was T.I. protecting the family name or humiliating his own son? Drop your take below, because this is one of the wildest father-son clashes we've seen in hip-hop.
You not gonna get that from me. You just not. You ain't gonna never get that from me. You can go and catch 1,000 bodies, you still gonna be my son. I ain't finna treat you like, you know, hardened criminal. I don't give a damn what you go out there and do. So you just gonna have to. You just gonna have to. That's what you gonna get from me.
If the DNA bombshell was destructive, the leaked tapes were nuclear. Out of nowhere, intimate clips of King surfaced online, not with Nana, but with a male friend. The internet detonated. TikTok edits, Twitter threads, Reddit theories. It was chaos. The conversation instantly shifted from baby daddy drama to secret love life exposed. King's brash, hyper-masculine persona, the same one fueling his viral IG live rants, suddenly looked like a mask hiding something completely different. The real shock came when the man in the video stepped forward. He didn't deny it, didn't brush it off as some setup or deep fake. Instead, he claimed the relationship was real. Not a fling, not an accident, but something ongoing and hidden for months. That revelation cut through the noise like a blade. King wasn't just reckless, he was living a double life, torn between the public image of a tough, loud, rebellious son of hip-hop royalty and the private reality of a complicated identity he wasn't ready to reveal.
So, like, if you don't know who your baby daddy is, or you know that you might have been, sleeping around a little bit, just hold off on the baby shower until the baby gets here and we do the DNA test, because then everybody can truly be excited for you, and, we'll understand, But, having us invest ahead of time, that's not right. And he's pretty upset, and he wants his son to stop talking to Big Nana, I think that's her name, completely cut her off. This situation is embarrassing.
Fans reacted in polar extremes. Some defended him, calling for compassion, saying he deserved the right to love who he wanted without judgment. Others, less forgiving, tore apart every past clip of King, mocking his infamous "I stand on business" line and reframing his entire persona as an act. Social media thrives on contradictions, and King had just served the ultimate one. His loud bravado now read as insecurity. His rebellion looked less like confidence and more like a desperate attempt to cover truths he couldn't face. And for the Harris dynasty, the scandal wasn't just about King anymore. It was about the cracks in the carefully curated family brand being broadcast to millions, frame by frame, meme by meme.
Now listen, don't make it seem like I'm the only one on here who got bad-ass kids.
We all go through.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you ain't got no bad-ass kids, you got one and you got lucky. You hear me? Anybody with 3 or more,
multiples,
you got one that you don't know what the hell you gonna do with.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to just take the time to say that.
When the fallout from the DNA test and the leaked video finally settled into the internet's bloodstream, all eyes turned to the patriarch. T.I., the king of the South, the man who built an empire on rap dominance and public respect, suddenly found his family name trending in ways he could have never scripted. This wasn't clout, it was carnage. Insiders say T.I. didn't just get angry, he detonated. Reports paint him pacing in the studio like a caged lion, unloading bars of fury sharper than his most venomous diss tracks. To T.I., King wasn't just messing up, he was embarrassing the empire. Fans expected compassion, a father defending his son, a moment of solidarity amid the chaos. But T.I. is a man who treats reputation like currency, and in his eyes, King had just bankrupted the family. Instead of quiet support, King allegedly got scorched earth honesty. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing the family. Imagine hearing that from your father, especially when your father is a hip-hop icon who built his image on respect and discipline. That line didn't just sting, it scorched.
Like my nigga, I don't have no gang. I ain't in no gang. I got family. I got motherfuckers who willing to risk their lives and freedom to die by me and mine. You hear me? Why don't fucking play with me, man? Don't fucking play with my motherfucking child, ever.
Then came the silence. T.I., a man usually quick to weigh in on public drama, went ghost. No social media posts, no interviews, no slick one-liners, just absence. And that absence spoke volumes. To some, it looked like disownment, a father too disgusted to claim his son. To others, it was evidence of strategic plotting, T.I. pulling strings behind the scenes to manage the narrative before it spiraled completely out of control. Either way, the effect was the same. King was left standing in the wreckage alone, and the dynasty that once looked untouchable now seemed paper thin.
I've been given
Just when the internet thought it had exhausted the chaos, whispers began to spread. This leak wasn't random. Someone close to King had been collecting receipts for months, waiting for the perfect moment to press the detonate button. Screenshots, private recordings, messages. It had the blueprint of a calculated setup, not a careless accident. And when the tape finally hit the internet, it didn't just expose King. It exposed the fragility of the Harris dynasty itself. The betrayal hurt most because it wasn't some faceless troll or outside enemy. Rumors point to someone in King's inner circle, maybe a cousin, maybe an ex, maybe a jealous friend. The kind of person he trusted, confided in, maybe even leaned on while the rest of his family was pulling away. Imagine the sting of realizing the person you vented to, the one who saw your private side, was quietly archiving receipts to weaponize later. It's Shakespearean. Betrayal not from an enemy, but from a so-called ally. King's double life is out in the open now. But is he the victim of betrayal, or just reckless with his choices? Comment where you stand, and hit subscribe because this saga is only getting messier.
I don't need, respect from non-respected people, it's not, it don't, niggas with no profile pictures can't make me mad.
And then came King's own confession, the rawest moment of all. Reports say he admitted the relationship was real, admitted he had doubts about the baby long before the DNA results dropped. That honesty, while brave, only deepened the betrayal. The internet didn't just see a scandal, they saw a setup, a young man tricked, manipulated, and ultimately exposed by the very people who should have protected him. It wasn't just about sex tapes and baby drama anymore. It was about loyalty, about bloodlines, about the cracks in the Harris family foundation that not even reality TV editing could patch over.
Got a minor request. Hope everybody having a phenomenal morning. Got a small request, man. Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay?
At one point, the Harris name symbolized hustle and success, music domination, reality TV hits, and a family empire polished for the cameras. Now, the name has become shorthand for memes, scandals, and chaotic meltdowns. For King, the scandals mark more than just internet humiliation. They're a turning point. Humiliated by a fake fatherhood, exposed by leaked tapes, and publicly scolded by T.I., he now stands at a brutal crossroads. Will he double down on rebellion or finally face his truth head on? The rap game has played this song before. Future Drake, Offset, all dragged through DNA drama, all forced to live under the magnifying glass of internet judgment. But King's story carries an added layer: identity, betrayal, and the crushing burden of legacy. He isn't just another celebrity kid in scandal, he's T.I.'s son. The expectations are doubled, and so is the backlash. Some fans sympathize, seeing a young man crumbling under the weight of family pressure and public exposure. Others dismiss him as spoiled, reckless, and unprepared for the fame he inherited.
Make it seem like I'm the only one on here who got bad-ass kids.
We all go through
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you ain't got no bad-ass kids, you got one and you got lucky. You hear me? Anybody with 3 or more,
multiples,
you got one that you don't know what the hell you gonna do with.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And yet, chaos has a strange way of birthing reinvention. King could fade into tabloid history, forever the punchline of his own mistakes. Or he could flip the narrative, embracing the truth, owning the scandal, and carving out a new identity separate from his father's shadow. One thing's certain, the internet won't wait forever, and neither, it seems, will T.I.'s patience. For the Harris dynasty, the next chapter will either be redemption or complete collapse. The Harris empire is at a crossroads, redemption or collapse. Do you think King can flip this scandal into a comeback, or is the dynasty already finished? Let us know in the comments and don't miss the next chapter.